Hello and welcome. I'm Saffron from saffrondominises.com, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the idea of not caring what people think. We often say it or hear people say it, I don't care what people think, and we say it very boldly, like this is a really desirable characteristic to have, and in some ways it is. In some ways we need to have some detachment from what other people think in order to do anything, otherwise we'd just be constantly worrying about what people thought of us. But in another way, it's not a bad thing to care what people think. We would struggle to grow and develop in any way if we didn't get feedback from the outside world, and that includes other people. In my business, for example, I take your feedback and act on it, and that allows me to improve my service. And you can sort of think of your life in the same way. You take other people's feedback and you can, realise that perhaps you said something hurtful and you didn't mean to, and hearing what somebody thinks, caring what somebody thinks, allows you to not do something hurtful again. So the difficulty is, and when we get out of balance with this, is when we think that the opinions of other people determine our value as a person, whether we're a worthwhile person. And there is a reason that we can care so deeply about what other people think. When we were living in a tribe, our survival depended on what other people thought. So it's a very, very deeply ingrained way of thinking and way of being to care about the opinions and the thoughts of your tribe, basically, because if you weren't accepted by your tribe, then you were on your own, and if you were on your own, there's every chance that you may not survive. So your body is geared up to care what people think, and it's not always a terrible thing. But as I say, the difficulty comes when we let other people's thoughts and opinions determine our value. And another problem that we can have here is that we don't sort of take the average of the opinion of everyone that's ever said anything. Say I get some comments on this video and there are 20 lovely comments and one negative one. Which one am I going to attend to? We selectively attend to the negative comment, to the danger, if we look at it on a very sort of basic level. And that can stop us from doing things. The idea that we might get one negative comment or one negative response from someone that we know and care about, it can stop us doing things because we just think, well, if that person said something negative about me, I just would have no value as a person. So let's do some tapping around that. So let's start on the karate chop point. Even though I care really deeply what this person thinks, or even what everybody thinks, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I'm going to stop for a second. Before we start with the tapping, let's think about a specific situation, a specific thing that you're not doing for fear of what other people might think. So bring that situation to mind, and I bet there's a person that you're thinking about whose thoughts it is that you care about. Or if there's not, if it's just the thought that someone in the world might not like what you're doing, might not like you, and then just bring that to mind. And on a scale from 0 to 10, how uncomfortable does it feel to think about that happening, about that person not liking what you do? So make a note of that and write it down, and let's go back to the karate chop point. Even though I'm not doing what I want to do, for fear of what other people think, and maybe for fear of what one specific person thinks, that's okay. I accept myself exactly as I am. And even though it feels really difficult to go out into the world as my truthful self, for fear of what other people might think, I accept myself exactly as I am. And let's move to the eyebrow. I don't want to be my true self. I'm too worried about what they think. What if they didn't like me? What if they really hated me? What would happen then? My value would be completely gone. I would have no value as a person. If they didn't like me, but what if my value doesn't depend on their opinions? What if they don't get to decide whether I'm a worthwhile person? What if I get to decide where my value lies? Somebody might not like me. Lots of people might not like me. And maybe that's okay. Maybe I can be okay even if I'm not liked by everyone. And chances are more people will like me than won't. And even if that's not the case, maybe it really doesn't matter. Maybe my value comes from myself and not from their opinions. Deep breath. Go back into that scenario where you were imagining doing something and the opinion of someone else, and rate how uncomfortable you feel about that now, or if it's a different feeling than discomfort, if it's all out fear or if it's worry, anxiety, rate that and see if it's dropped. You can repeat this round as many times as you like if you find it helpful. I'd love to hear from you if you want to get in touch and let me know how you get on, or if you get stuck. I'm always happy to help. You can contact me through the Facebook page at Saffron de Menezes Coaching and Card Reading. You can visit me at the website at www.saffrondemenezes.com. You can email me on saffron@saffrondemenezes.com. And I look forward to hearing from you shortly. Let me know how you get on. Thank you.